the impact of EM radiations from the cellular towers, which will be directly affecting our human health as well as our environment. Taking the electromagnetic waves, which will be creating harm for our environment as well as our human health. While we are using our mobile devices for transferring information or some other call, we are using frequently we are using our mobile devices. In mobile devices, it is having the EM radiation, which is nothing but electromagnetic radiation, which is high frequency radiation transferring from source to some other destination point. When we are communicating from one user to another user, this radiation will be affecting our human health as well as our environmental factors. So, we have to choose the mobile devices which is having the below SIR value. The SIR value, which is nothing but specific absorption rate. That should be below 1.6 for all our mobile devices. We know that the China mobile and all, which will be having above 1.6 radiation, so that it will be creating very noise. Decibel noise level will be high. So the radiation also will be high for particular that devices. Nowadays, the youngster will be using the mobile phone frequently, and they are carrying their mobile phone in their hand, and during their sleeping also they are carrying the mobile devices very close to them. It will be affecting our human bodies directly when we are carrying the mobile devices. It will be affecting our human bodies, or heart, or some other parts will be affected directly by using this mobile devices. Taking this consideration, you can discuss this topic in detail.
Electromagnetic radiation is a type of energy. It can be used through like a waves. It can be used also a cellular tower. The cellular tower may present in many places around us. The cellular tower cannot affect the human health directly because it can be used through non-ionizing energy. We use the cellular tower. It can help the communication system. We can call by using it, and also we can use the internet because of it. So it is the type of the electromagnetic waves. So electromagnetic waves, and then in other like X-ray waves, it can affect the human health directly and also the environment. So cellular tower is very neat and essential because by using it we can use it to communicate very easy and fast.
So now I am going to say about effects on human health. We all know, as ma'am said, effects of human health is not a short-term exposure; it is a long-term exposure. So it starts from a small headache, dizziness, and lack of sleep, and it increases due to a cellular tower nearby. So that people affect from a short term to a long term exposure. By this, as Nitina said, it is a non-ionizing. It not directly affect the DNA, but like an X-ray and gamma ray. People are not aware of this. So we need a precaution and caution about this from a cellular tower. So the people can avoid keeping the phone nearby, and as ma'am said, most of the people are using the phone till night and keeping their phone near to the pillow. So the radio frequency can affect their brain and nerve system. So it mainly affects the nerves and other parts in our body.
And the next one is impact of environment. The EM radiation, which doesn't only affect the human, it also affects the environment, especially birds, plants, and beasts. So when we talk about the birds are using a magnetic field for their navigation, but this EM radiation will interfere in their navigation and will cause confuse. So due to this, they may forget their migration or movement. So this is a serious issue because the bees are very important for the pollination and it helps for the plant growth. But due to this EM radiation, the bees population is reduced. And the animals also face many challenges. Like they are facing many changes in their behavior and stress like this. And when we talk about the plants are affected by long term of EM radiation exposure. For example, if the plant grow near the cellular tower, the EM radiation will affect the growth of plant and the plant become weaker. So like this, the EM radiation which affect the environment and living organisms.
So the next is safety standards and regulations to make sure the EM radiations have from the release mobile devices have safe and international and the national opportunities must be have some limits, must be have some safety strict limits and the WHO organization also provides some safety indications which will not affect the humans at all as well as the environment. By using these limits, there won't be any effect for human as well as environment or animals or any other. And the Department of Telecommunication, it is mainly purpose for control the limits, where extend the limits for mobile phones. So by using this, the limits won't cross across the limits. If there is any cross, will reduce by using the telecommunication. And as well as ma'am said, many of the persons were using the mobile phones near pillows by keeping distance from the sleeping time to the mobile phones should be made 5 meters away. By that, there will be no effect for the humans and environment always.
Okay, now we are going to conclude our case study video, which is based on EM radiation for human health and environment. As said Monisha, we need to follow some of the precautionary tips as well as WHO World Health Organization's tips for improving our human health from the radio waves. By using this electromagnetic waves, we are using the cellular towers. By some of the precautionary tips like don't stay near any cellular towers which will cause human health. Next, don't use the mobile phone frequently, it will cause a human risk. And then don't use the mobile phone while walking or sleeping times because the radio waves are more exposure which will cause any health effects. So in all around, by concluding this, we need to use the mobile phone when we require, not if it is not necessary. We doesn't use the mobile phone, it will not cause any issues. As WHO precautionary tips, we can balance both our technology as well as the human health in our same ways.
Okay, thank you students for the discussion what we made. From our discussion, we get to know how the mobile devices, the EM radiation will be affecting our human health and our environment. And we have to also follow the WHO and the medical organization will also be releasing some band frequency for using that EM radiation. For that, we have to follow this ISM which is industrial, scientific and medical band, which will be operating only at 2.45 GHz. For designing any other application which is radiating the EM radiation, we have to follow this particular frequency only, so that it will not be affecting the human health as well as environmental condition. Okay, thank you students for the discussion.
Thank you.